I'm about to start my first meal of the day. This is actually my pre-meal. It's about an ounce of pecan halves. I eat this about a half hour before my first real meal. Opening up a can of black beans and a can of tomato paste. I dump the can of black beans into a strainer. I like to rinse it off, get a lot of the salt off of there. Adding a can of tomato paste to the beans, after which I will add just a little bit of water to make it easier to stir. And finally a little bit of canola oil just to get a little of the good fat. And I mix it up. I usually cook it about 5 minutes, 15 seconds. So I'm going to have about an ounce and a half of elephant garlic. As you can imagine, with all this garlic and beans, I don't tend to do a lot of socializing. So and I use a food chopper to chop up the garlic. And I'm adding the chopped garlic to the heated beans and tomato paste. I didn't want to heat the garlic with the beans and rice because cooking the garlic would destroy some of the good stuff. And now I'm ready to eat my first real meal of the day. This isn't the whole thing. I'll also be having some Cheerios. So my beans are finished. Now I'll have my almond milk, unsweetened almond milk with Cheerios. I like Cheerios because it's whole grain and tastes good and has such a really small amount of sugar. Starting to prepare for the next meal, I'll have 8 ounces of carrots. I used to eat the carrots raw, but then I started having TMJ problems, so now I cook it so that they're much more easier to chew. For the next meal, I have a quarter of a can of mackerel. And I also eat the half pound of carrots, which I cooked earlier. Half pound of blueberries. And I'll also have a half pound of some other fruit, whatever's in season. And now I got a pear, and so I'll slice up the pear and have it as I finish the blueberries. 2 more servings of fruit. And for my other serving of fruit, I will have a couple of small bananas. Next meal, I have another quarter can of mackerel. And I have a package of natto. It's a Japanese fermented soybean product. I usually get either an 85 gram or 100 gram package. I throw away the packets of soy sauce and mustard, and I just eat the natto. It's very stringy. And I give myself a little treat, 3 pieces of Hershey's dark chocolate with almonds, nuggets. So now I have about a half pound of raw vegetables. If my wife was here, she'd make me a salad with about 5 or 6. Now for some pomegranate juice, 100% pure, no sugar added, about 8 ounces. Time for another fruit meal. This one I'm going to have a grapefruit first and a banana. So now let's add about 1.1 ounces of deluxe mixed nuts. Now I'm going to have some Life cereal. It has more sugar than Cheerios does, but it's still not a high sugar cereal. Next up, I'll have a can of black olives. Really love black olives. This is not typical, but about once a week I allow myself something like this, the Ben & Jerry's Froyo Cherry Garcia. I allow myself some kind of a treat. Usually it's something like cookies or crackers, or maybe I'll eat out. Now it's time to go back to fruit again. So I'm going to have 2 plums. And for the second fruit right now, I'm going to have a few dates. And 1 more serving of fruit. Peel myself an orange. And finally, 2 servings of instant white rice. Add a little spice. And this will probably be my last meal of the day.